The Mr. Dixon's Arrested Development. It's got nothing to do with the TV show or anything like that, or in the psychology book. No, it's just basically me reading some news stories and making some dumb jokes. First story. Now, basically, these will all be religious people because, you know, they're special. All right. First story is from the Jerusalem Post. Four rabbis arrested for fraud in chief rabbi applications. Ooh, I guess this is in Israel. That's where you got to have the fraud for the rabbis, I guess. But let's find out. 4 rabbis were arrested Wednesday on suspicion of fraud, breach of trust, falsifying documents, and impersonation. They did a lot of bad Trump impersonations. In connection to unlawful practices they allegedly employed in applying for municipal chief rabbi positions. I'm chief rabbi. No, I'm chief rabbi. No, I'm chief rabbi. Let's have an application. All right. Jerusalem Post has learned that the rabbis ran or are running for the chief rabbi jobs in the cities of Nishir, it's spelled N-E-S-H-E-R, Perdis Hannah, Lod, and Belt Shemesh. Man, I don't know. I'm an American, goddammit. I don't gotta know the names of these things. The police have not released the names of the rabbis who were arrested. Hopefully the names are easier than the ones I just read there. Of these towns they were trying to be chief rabbis. You know, maybe that's how you could be the chief rabbis, be able to pronounce the name of these goddamn towns in Jerusalem. Or in Israel, wherever the fuck this place is. According to the police, the rabbis were arrested on suspicion of fraudulently obtaining qualifications, certifications that would enable them to stand for municipal chief rabbi positions. Only rabbis who have passed ordination exams on a higher level, and more exacting than the standard ordination test are able to serve as municipal chief rabbis. Oh, okay. The police stated that the 4 rabbis in question are each suspected of one or some of the following offenses: obtain an ordination certificate fraudulently without having taken the exams. You must, well, you know, to be fair, how do you know God didn't tell them not to do that? Maybe God's like, I'll give you the answers. Don't even take the test, motherfucker. Don't even bother. How do you know that? Can you prove it? How do you know? I feel it in my heart. I feel in my heart that God wanted me not to take the rabbinical test, or the rabbi test, what the fuck it's called. Falsifying the registration of test scores, sending someone else to take the exams for them. God was going to take the exams for them. Maybe Jesus. Well, they don't believe in Jesus. They're rabbis. Well, they believe in Jesus, but they don't. Never mind. Making contact with the exam marker to try to persuade him to mark the papers more leniently. Oh, that's sweet. I can get you into heaven. Or, well, we're Jews, so we don't believe in hell, but we live in heaven. Yeah, I can get you upstairs, basically. I can kick you upstairs. You pass me for the test, you know what I'm saying? I'm a rabbi. Police personnel from Lady 433 National Crime Unit arrested the 4 men Tuesday morning and conducted searches of their homes for documents tying them to alleged crimes. The police emphasized that the chief rabbinate had cooperated throughout the investigation and only the suspects themselves were under investigation. So you get that? If the allegations turn out to be true, it will not be the first time that chief rabbinate qualifications have been fraudulently obtained for the purposes of career advancement. I don't care about that. So anyway, I'm not going to read them more. But anyway, so the rabbis, well, naughty boys, naughty, and of course they're all boys because they're rabbis, because you can't have women, you know, you can't trust women in this godless stuff. Men got to do it, men. People with penises can talk to God, not the vag. The vag can't talk to God. Only the puss, only the dick. The dick can talk. It goes, oh, hey God, I'm a penis. God, you love me, don't you? Yes, I love dick. I'm God, I love the cock. Oh, God, I love that you love cock. All right. Next story. From Tallahassee youth, this is former Tallahassee youth pastor to a pre-trial hearing. This is from KTXL, I guess in Tallahassee, Florida, if they're not underwater right now. KTXL, we're extra large, because you don't have to. The former youth pastor, who faces several charges of sex offenses against a child, will head to court Tuesday morning for a pre-trial case management hearing. Because they got to be before the trial. They got to pre-trial it, and they got to manage it for the trial. Rashad Thomas, 41, was arrested in July after a victim told police he had been fondled by Thomas when he was 13 years old, because that's when they're particularly ripe. Leon County deputies found and interviewed 10 victims who, when offended against, at the time were between the ages of 11 to 15. Offended against, that's an interesting way to put it. They molested, I think is a more proper way to put that. Until early this year, Thomas was contracted employee at Mulcahy School. Mulcahy, not Mulcahy. Father Mulcahy would not be involved in this. Mulcahy School. Thomas was also the youth pastor at Calvary Chapel, Tallahassee until 2012. So I'm sure there's a lot of child fucking going on there. He allegedly, now, I'm going to be doing these, I think, on a regular basis, and you're going to find youth pastor constantly getting in trouble for stuff. But no, not all youth pastors are pedos, although all pedos are youth pastors. No, that's not true. But there's too much pedo with the youth. If you have a son, the daughters won't be able to do it because they have a vag, and vag is, we already got into that. But if you have a son or somebody who wants to be a youth pastor, like, just ask them, like, sit them down, like, hey, you don't want to fuck the kids, right? Because, you're not into that, are you? You're not going to do that, right? Right, son? You're not going to, no? Okay, good. Don't be a youth pastor. It's a waste of time because there is no God. But you can do it. Whatever floats your boat, son. That's right. Youth pastor arrest. This is from the Dispatch. Former pastor arrested for sexual abuse of 4 children. Four children. Didn't I just read this already? This is another. This is the same story. This is another. I just had 4 children. Oh no, it's the 4 rabbis. I'm sorry. This is the former pastor arrested for sexual abuse of 4 children. The 4 rabbis were just cheating on the test. The rabbis ain't molested nobody. Let's hear it for the rabbis. We only cheat on tests. We don't touch the kids. Unlike the pastor. Former pastor arrested for sexual abuse of 4 children. A 40-year-old former pastor charged with sexual abuse of a 10-year-old girl has been additionally charged with multiple counts of sexual abuse and rape involving the 10-year-old and 3 additional children, all under the age of 12 years old. Because, again, that's when they're most ripe. Daniel Gene Little, 40, they got his address here for some reason. I'm not going to read that. Although it's in the paper, so I guess it doesn't matter. But what if other people live in the freaking building? Don't put the address in the... I'm Bill Cosby. I'm not Bill Cosby. Thank you. All right. Has been charged with 13 counts of felony sexual offense with a child, 11 counts felony child abuse by committing a sexual act, 2 counts of felony rape of a child, 2 counts felony incest with a child younger than 13, and indecent liberties with a child. Felony incest? Well, first of all, was he related to one of the kids? What the hell is felony incest? Incest. I don't understand. Is there misdemeanor incest? I don't think there is. Can you have misdemeanor incest? It's like if incest is a crime, but it's felony incest, so I guess maybe there is a lower crime. I don't know. How do you... Anyway, Little is the former pastor of Yadkin College Baptist Church in Lexington. Oh, so this is in Lexington. This is Louisiana, is it? That's where the Dispatch is. In May, he was charged with felony first-degree sex offense, sexually assaulting a female juvenile under the age of 17. Because he likes them young, because he's a pedophile. At that time, Little was placed in Davidson County Detention Center under a $150,000 secured bond. Since then, Little had posted bond and was out waiting trial, blah, 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 blah. Basically, we know where that story's going. Pedophile, get away from me. All right, next and final story. See, these are very quick. I'm not going to go on forever here. But every week, I'm going to do one of these. Not one, just several different stories. I got 2 of these. Two more. All right. This one is in Little Rock, Arkansas, and this is from the AP. 1 of 3, now this is no pedophilia, so no one's touching the kids on this one. 1 of 3 female inmates, a former Arkansas prison chaplain, admitted to sexual assault and has filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against him and other state prison officials. So you see, rape, but no child molestation. So we're bringing up the standards here of the religious people taking full advantage of their privilege. Prison chaplain. Now, he's probably seen his share of pornos. Now, all the ones I see, it's usually just the prison guard, and the women are completely consenting. But here, apparently, the women were not consenting, and he was the chaplain, which I haven't seen the porno with the chaplain getting some action. So I guess he's like, he figures like, hey, look at this porno. It's always the guard or maybe the warden. I want some puss too. I like the pussy. Why am I not getting any pussy? I am a chaplain. Come here, ladies. Like, no, I'm not interested. I'm a man of God. You must. An inmate that I'm suing this motherfucker after I get out of here, you disgusting bastard. And she did. And they did. 3 women. 1 of 3 female inmates. So 1 did, and the others will probably join in the lawsuit. An inmate at the McPherson Women's Unit sued Kenneth DeWitt, a former chaplain at the prison, correction director Wendy Kelly, and other state officials in a complaint filed Thursday. DeWitt was sentenced to 5 years in prison last year after pleading guilty to 3 counts of sexual assault. So he's in jail now. 50 counts of third-degree sexual assault were initially filed against DeWitt, who resigned on September 2014 after acknowledging a sexual relationship with a subordinate in the chaplain's office. Was it really a sexual relationship, or were you know, it was a subordinate, so who knows? Probably not, but they didn't sue, so maybe they were fine. Like, yeah, I wanted to fuck the chaplain. I don't know why he was bothered with all these women. I was a willing participant. I didn't care. I was like, I liked this cock. I don't know why he was bothering these women who didn't want the cock. I was happy to take the cock. Why is he going against women who didn't want the cock? I don't understand. I don't know if that was a relationship. Anyway, a separate lawsuit was filed in federal court last year by another DeWitt's victim, so they are all suing Arkansas, and probably rightly so. All right. And final story. This one is in Long Island. Long Island. Long Island. We are the island that's very long. Where can we find it? We're on Long Island. What are we going to call this place we're going to do? I don't know. What can we name this? Oh, it's an island. Oh, they're all islands. Oh, it's Long. It's Long Island. I don't know. Oh, very clever. Very clever. Long Island. That's a good name. There's News 12 Long Island. This from News 12 Long Island. Ex-Long Island priest convicted of sexually abusing teen arrested again. So he's been arrested again. He couldn't get enough. Can't get enough of you. I'm a priest. Woodbury, a former Catholic priest who already served time for sexual abuse on a Long Island teenager, has been arrested again on similar charges. Bum, bum, bum. Michael Hands, good name, Hands. Michael Hands is accused of having sexual contact with a child this past July in Saratoga County in upstate New York. He was previously kicked out of the priesthood in 2003 for sexually abusing a 14-year-old boy, which usually gets you a promotion. I'm surprised. He must have been doing it wrong. Prosecutors say Hands used the internet to lure the young boy into a face-to-face meeting and then sexually abused him. Hands worked as a priest at St. Ralph's Roman Catholic Church in East Meadow in the early 2000s. Prior to that, he was a priest at the church in Northport. Just say he was a priest. We all know. We don't just get the implications right there. We just know. Was he a priest? Pedophile. All right. In 2002, Hands cooperated with prosecutors in the grand jury report on sexual abuse in the Diocese of Rockville Center. In exchange, he received a more lenient sentence of about 15 months behind bars after pleading guilty to multiple counts of sodomy in both Nassau and Suffolk counties. So he was doing a lot of sodomy. Lots of sodomy, 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 lots of sodomy, sodomy. Hey! He was released from prison in 2004 and is registered as a level 3 sex offender. What? I'll repeat that. He was released from prison in April 2004 and is registered as a level 3 sex offender. There are levels of sex offenders. I didn't know. What the hell is a level 3? Is that good? Is that bad? How do you? I'm levels. What is the highest sex offender? I should probably look that up before I start recording, but honestly, I don't care. But what the hell? Level 3 sex offender. Hey, I'm a level 5 motherfucker, so I'm better than you. I'm better than Pedo and the kids. So up yours, buddy, up yours. I'm better at molesting children. What do you know? Level 3. What is that? Well, I'm level 16. What do you know that? Oh, we bow to you, level 16. Pedophile. Sex offender? Well, not Dixon. You don't have to be a pedophile. It's a sex offender. You can offend sexually. It doesn't have to just be kids. You know, it could be, sheep. All right. Hands is now facing a long list of new charges, including criminal sexual acts. Hands is now facing a long line of new charges, including criminal sexual act and endangering the welfare of a child. Which, if you're pedophiling a kid, you're definitely endangering the welfare of a child. Okay, well, that's it for me. That is Mr. Dixon's, Arrested Development. Mr. Dixon's Arrested Development, and I will see you next time. There's going to be no graphics or anything, but I should probably put that in, but, this is cheap shit. All right, hey, see you next time. I got to press the button now and just turn it off. Don't mind me.